Hey guys, the Super Review Show here for another episode of Rock Talk. This is the show where I break down albums that either turn 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever, in the world of rock music. And I break down what they mean and how, and if their anniversary happened or the album is just that good, you should listen to it. So anyways, today's video, I do not have a physical album of it, but I have listened to the album from start to finish numerous times, and I know exactly what it's about and how it sounds and stuff like that. Today's video, as the title of this video should recommend, is about the 30th anniversary of one of the greatest albums of all time, the Red Hot Chili Peppers' Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magik, anyone. Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magik has turned 30 today on September 24th, 1991. Or, I should say 2021, for 30 years today. What can you say about this album? From start to finish, it is amazing. It's their first album produced by Rick Rubin, whose previous efforts were with the Beastie Boys. In the late 80s, he produced License to Ill, and then he went on to produce so many other artists. Like he produced the Red Hot Chili Peppers albums. He produced Tom Petty's Greatest Hits album with Mary Jane's Last Dance. The guy has been around the block, and he's become a staple producer for anyone in Hollywood. He's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant producer. He's amazing. So, long story short, it was the late 90s. It was the early 90s. It was like 90 into 91. Actually, it was like 89 into 90 when John Frusciante had just joined the group, and he's now back in the group now. He joined the Red Hot Chili Peppers with Chad Smith, Anthony Kiedis, and Flea. And they went into the studio, and Rick Rubin basically said in previous interviews about this, he said the band wanted to experiment with their sound a little bit and create bigger sound and bigger like style and sound and whatnot. And Rick Rubin definitely helped them out with that, because if you listen to the album from start to finish, it's like an hour long. It's a lot of songs, and that's one thing. Just on a side note, I love about the Chili Peppers that when they put out an album, they put out like an hour's worth of content. It's not 20 minutes. It's not 30 minutes. It's like an hour long. You can enjoy different songs and the different lengths and all this stuff. I love it. I love that they do that. Personally, I'm a big fan of theirs. So, what can you say? So going into Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magik, their recording sessions were like, all right, there should be there's videos of them on YouTube and stuff like that. You can find this. Where they're like, oh, like that should be the vibe of this song, and Flea's like, well, I'm not sure about that, and whatnot. Long story short, we got so many great songs out of that album, such as "Give It Away," "Suck My Kiss." The title track, "Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magik," is a anthemic bop to me. I love that track. Another one I like is "Breaking the Girl." "Breaking the Girl" is a fantastic track. "Naked in the Rain," I just listened to it before. It was really before I started recording this video. It was fantastic. And their Red Hot is actually a cover of Robert Johnson, who was a blues player in the 30s, believe it or not. Their Red Hot is a cover of that. But Mellowship, "The Power of Equality," these are Funky Monks. There were so many great songs on this album, and of course the aforementioned "Under the Bridge," which, when they were recording the album, Rick Rubin stopped over Anthony Kiedis' house. This is an age-old story. For those of the Chili Peppers fans, you already know this, but for those of you who don't know this, here's what happened with Under the Bridge. Under the Bridge was a song about Anthony Kiedis looking back on his past and how he hurt so many people. He hurt his dad, he hurt his family, and all this stuff, and all friends around him, how he did so much heroin, different types of heroin, all this crazy stuff. He would do tons of, and he hurt a lot. He was sober by then for the most part. But he beat heroin by this point, and he's doing so well. But sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like I don't have a friend. That was a poem. The song itself was a poem he wrote in his notebook. That he didn't. He was very embarrassed. He didn't want to show his bandmates. He didn't want to show Flea, Chad Smith, and John Frusciante. And sure enough, when songs come together, it's beautiful. So when you listen to Under the Bridge, because it has almost 800 million streams on Spotify, good for that, the song literally came together by him singing it out of key, out of tune, whatever. And he said, "Sometimes I feel like a..." And Chad Smith, Flea, and John Frusciante all went to their instruments and then just started jamming to his rhythm and the way he was singing, thus creating a timeless classic known as Under the Bridge. He has gone on, Anthony himself has gone on to say that he'll never tell anyone where that bridge is that he sings about, because he doesn't want anyone going to look for it, because after all, he did a lot of heroin and he doesn't want anyone going in harm's way. He's learned his lesson, if you will. He's he's blessed to be alive every day. I'm halfway through reading his autobiography. He's a fantastic composer, singer, songwriter, lyricist. I love his band. I love the Chili Peppers. So, but Under the Bridge is... I haven't gotten to the part where he wrote Under the Bridge yet, but he's gotten... I'm in like the late 80s in the book, his autobiography. But Under the Bridge, you hear it all the time on the radio. You kind of take it for granted because it literally reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. Number 2! And it's their only top 5 hit since then. And they've had plenty of other hits since then. Like the other 2 songs that reached the top 10 were Scar Tissue in the 99. And what's the other one? Danny California in 2006. They reached number 6 on the Hot 100. But that's their only top 5 hit. Not even number 1. I still love the song, though, Under the Bridge. It's a very... Without getting too personal, when I have my own struggles, I actually turn to that song. That might sound cheesy, but I do it. And I think about how I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Not to rip off the song, but I relate to it. And that's one of the beautiful things about music, is that you can find songs or pieces of music that are instrumentals or whatever and relate to them. And that's how it expresses how you feel. Like you listen to Under the Bridge by the Red Hot Chili Peppers as an example. And I don't want to, whenever I have a really bad day sometimes, and I'm like, this just sucks, blah, blah. I don't ever want to feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. It's true. And there's so much in depth with that. He wants to find that place that like you feel better, that sobriety, that peaceful at self place. So a lot of stuff going on with that, but others, like I said, that's just Under the Bridge itself. And obviously it was a huge hit for them. Give It Away was a big hit. Suck My Kiss was a big hit for them. And then John Frusciante left the group after that for a little bit. Then he rejoined with Californication, and then that was a great album too. That just turned 20 back in 2019. Hard to believe, but it seems like whenever they're with John Frusciante, their best music comes out. I'm not trying to bag on Josh Hillel Slovak, which was before John Frusciante, or what's the guy, Josh Kiffmeyer. I'm not trying to bag on him either, but I think that they definitely. Their best work was with John Frusciante, and I'm glad he's back in the group now. And they're working on a new album with him, and I think it might chart the Hot 100 again. Because a lot of people forget, Red Hot Chili Peppers, they're so old, but their biggest success was in the 90s, 2000s, and even the 2010s. Like their song Dark Necessities, I know this is not about Blood Sugar Sex Magic, but their song Dark Necessities charted at the high 50s in the Hot 100 in 2016. Who would have thought? A Red Hot... What? They're charting? Yeah, it did. Go look it up. Dark Necessities. Great song. But Blood Sugar Sex Magic, back to that. This album, from start to finish, like I said, I don't have it, but it's a masterpiece. I've listened to it on Spotify literally from start to finish. And that's the most important thing that I want to talk about. When you listen to an album, don't click shuffle on Spotify because you don't get the full experience. I understand some people you're being a music aficionado, J-Man. I'm like, well, listen, I may be a music aficionado, but at the same exact time, I'm telling you that when the artist presented this album to you in this format, this listing, this set listing, this track listing, and maybe he or she wants you to listen to that order, listen to it in that order. Start with the Power of Equality and go to their Red Hot. Start from top to bottom. You won't regret it. It's an hour long. Take an hour out of your day. Kill time, whatever. I recommend it because you might actually hear things you might never heard before. Like I was listening to Funky Monks today just to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the album, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, "What? This is a really good track." Or the Power of Equality is a great track. The Peacock song, I forget the exact name of it. It's just that good. Their songs are that good on this album, and that's what I like to close with today. Is that Thank you, Red Hot Chili Peppers, for creating a timeless masterpiece of a funk rock rap album and killing it with this album. And it is forever in my heart. It's forever in everyone else's hearts. Thank you so much for creating this record. And a happy 30th anniversary to the Red Hot Chili Peppers' Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic. Timeless record. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, we hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Enjoy today. Listen to Blood Sugar Sex Magic from start to finish, everyone. Do it. You're not gonna regret it. What do you guys think? Jump down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this record. Are you a Chili Peppers fan? Do you like their music? Have you heard their music? Have you enjoyed their title tracks or Under the Bridge or whatever? If you're a Chili Peppers fan, jump down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But for all of your Rock Talk videos, and happy 30th anniversary to the Blood Sugar Sex Magic, keep it locked on the Super Review Show. The J-Man is off to rock. See you later.